Dealing with the loss of, our dear friend and teammate, Anthony Moore, um, I feel like, a lot of us probably are still dealing with it. You know, I feel like for me, like this past week, I was thinking about just how tough it'll be on, his family, especially, his girlfriend and, his parents, with the anniversary of it coming up, Christmas Eve. I don't think there'll ever be a Christmas, Eve or Christmas season that, he won't be thought of. But I think there's like a positive we can take with that. We can remember and we can celebrate, the man he was, the basketball player he was, the father he was, the friend he was, and just know like he was a great dude. Like, he was an awesome dude. He's not just one of the people that they die and people just try to say the good things. Like, this is actually a good guy. This guy actually took care of his son. This guy was actually in his son's life. Like, actually a good basketball player. Like, he meant a lot to a lot of people. I don't know him for having any enemies. So as far as dealing with it, off the court, I think it's something that I've prayed on. I'm sure my teammates have prayed on. Just as far as just being able to accept what happened. And, we can't always understand God's will, why things happen certain ways, but we know that God can take anything and turn it into good. So we love God, and so we trust that that something like that happens. We trust that something good can come from it. As bad as it is. As far as on the court, I I think Nelson can agree with this. There was just no making up for Anthony Moore. There's just nobody. Like, my coach would talk to he. I think we had a conversation with us. He told us we need to rebound more. He's talking to other guys, said they need to rebound more. And I think me and Nelson did pick up partial slack of rebounding, but you can't make up 12 points and like nine
Nine
boards, nine to
rebounds.
10 boards. Like, you can't make that up. And not just that, how well he flowed into the offense. He was a he was 6'5", like easily like 210, 215, like strong and could play the point, and he could guard like all positions. So he was always in the right place. It, you can't really like throw somebody into a spot and just say, hey, like, make up what he did. Like, there was nobody to kind of do that. Nothing against anybody else. It just, I mean, it's just only one and more. And so we flowed so well together, not just on the offensive end, like specifically like in Coach Moore's amoeba defense. Like, he was a guy who had run that amoeba defense for 3-4 years. You know, um, me and Nelson having run, I ran it for 3 years. Nelson's going on his second year, but naturally already a defensive mind. All of us put together like that, especially with this height, like playing defense 6'7", 6'7", 6'5". You know, Langston 6'4". Like, it was some height playing defense, and so his role in that was super essential in that he was very talkative on the defensive end as well. Just like Nelson was, just like I was. And so he was kind of one of those easily glue guy, like just a guy that helped hold us together. Like, if I may have been slacking on the boards, he was going to clean up the rebounds. Nelson's going to clean up rebounds. Nelson's slacking on the boards. I'm going to clean up. Ant's going to clean up. Let's just say he was slacking on the boards. Like, me and Nelson going to clean up. So he's one of those guys that help stop the bleeding when we needed like a quick bucket. Might get a steal, take off on a fast break for a dunk. Just a guy who was kind of all over the place. So off the like on the court, like not much can make up for that. And I think that's okay. I think it's good to remember like how much of an essential piece of the basketball team he was, and even bigger than who he was on the basketball court, just who the guy was in general.
Mm.
Just an amazing guy, cool dude.
Right. But like, let before, like, I gotta throw this in there, like, on top of that. And last game with us, we had beat Augusta, who was the number one team in the league, who I mentioned won the championship and went to the national championship and lost the national championship game. His last game with us, and when I say we beat them, like, we didn't blow them out, but we won by
One,
like 8 or 9. But we
yeah, one no
controlled
fluke.
the
Yeah,
game. like the whole game. Like if you was to watch it, you'd be like, man, they like it feel like we was up the whole time. Like of course you know it was a back and forth game, but like I feel like we controlled the game the whole time, especially going down the stretch. And like you know, like he was definitely making plays. Like we all made big plays. Like I remember one play I specifically remember is I was in backside hill. I mean no, I'm fronting. They got a big that's 7 foot. I'm fronting him, so I'm in front of him. I can't see nothing going on behind me. And Ant is in backside help, but I don't know. I guess he was looking the other way. They threw it over the top of me, and dude caught it. And Ant came down and smacked the mess out buddy. Like, no, like fouled the mess out of him, sent him to the line. Then he looked at me and said, my bad, cuz. I said, my bad, cuz. I was supposed to be behind. I said, it's okay, yeah, I appreciate it. That was a good foul. But that was the type of dude he was. Like he knew where to be, how to play, especially with us. He played the right way. And like he was the kind of guy that was gonna have your back, like on and off the court. Like I'm a firm believer in how people are like outside of basketball, outside of the sport that they play, and who they are on the court. Like a lot can be shown for like who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like how you play basketball, especially a team sport like basketball. How you play basketball and your demeanor, how you move, how you play. Do you play the right way? That can speak a lot for how you are off the court as well. And so like Hunt, like all out, going super hard, unselfish. That's him off the court. Like everything he do, he go all out. He trying to be successful. He unselfish about things, care about other people. That's how he play. Ant was the same way. Ant like love people, love his friends, like do anything for him, like gonna have your back if you need help. And that's how he play basketball. He swing the ball, pass the ball, don't care about shooting. He playing the right way. Like he gonna play defense. He gonna be in help if you get beat, stuff like that. That's how he is in real life outside the court. So like that's like one of my like it was like a nothing play, but like now that he gone, I think about every little thing like that. Like that day, like they threw the ball over the top of me. I'm like, dang, bro, ain't nobody got backside help. Next thing I know, Ant come out, foul. Like my bad.
I actually I got a funny story, man. You reminded me of that. So do you remember when we were at Waffle House? It was me, you, and I think Langston showed up there around this time. But Coach gave us his Waffle House coupons, and the dude pulled his truck out and hit my car, and he had.
Oh, I wasn't there. I wasn't there, but y'all told me.
Yes, man, dude dented my car, and so Ann and them were looking inside, but they didn't know what happened. And basically, the dude didn't have insurance, and I could tell he didn't have insurance. And between you and me, I ain't really have insurance at the time. And so Buddy was like, man, like what can I do? Like what can I do? And he was like, here man, just take this cash. I'm like, I don't take the cash, man, this and that. And he ended up breaking me off like $87, like whatever the cash was in his wallet. And I get inside and Ant's like, what happened, bro? What happened? You good? You straight? I'm like, yeah, I'm good, man, I'm straight. And he said, I explained to him what happened, how dude gave me 87. And he just kind of stared at me like this. And I was like, what? And he was like, that's all you got off of him? He was like, why you didn't call me outside? I would have made sure you got more than that. He could have cashed that for you. And I was thinking like, he could have, couldn't he? But that's his first thought to think like, bro, I would have helped you like make more in that situation. Like he dented your car. That's not an $87 fix. Always just being that guy like looking out for you and making something funny off of, something that for me wasn't all that funny about me getting my car hit. So, that's one of my memories I'll never forget.